Once upon a time, in a quiet little village by the edge of a big green forest, there lived a kind mama pig and her 3 little piglets. They lived happily in a small cozy house, filled with love, warm blankets, and the smell of freshly baked pies. But the piglets were growing up quickly, and one sunny morning, Mama Pig said, "My sweet little ones, it's time for you to go out into the world and build homes of your own. But remember, build them strong and safe. And watch out for the big bad wolf. He's clever, and he likes to trick little pigs." The 3 pigs gave their mama big hugs, packed their tiny backpacks with snacks and scarves, and waved goodbye as they trotted down the path, excited for their new adventure. As they walked, they each began thinking about what kind of house they would build. The first little pig, who loved naps and singing songs, said, "I want to build my house quickly so I can play and rest." He soon met a farmer carrying bundles of straw. "That looks perfect," the pig said. "May I have some, please?" The farmer smiled and gave him a bundle. The little pig worked quickly, piling the straw into walls and a roof. By lunchtime, his house was done. "Now I can relax," he said, and he lay down in his cozy straw bed. The second little pig, who liked to hum and skip, thought, "I'll build a house a little stronger than my brothers, but I still want time to dance and eat cookies." He found a pile of sticks by a woodcutter's wagon. "Hello, may I have some sticks for building?" he asked. The woodcutter nodded, and the pig began to build. It took a little longer, but by the afternoon, he had a cute stick house with a chimney and a rocking chair. "This will do just fine," he said. The third little pig was quiet and thoughtful. He remembered Mama's advice and wanted a home that would last a long, long time. "I'll build my house with bricks," he said. "They are strong, and I'll feel safe and cozy inside." He found a kind brickmaker and asked for help. It took many days of hard work mixing mortar, stacking bricks, placing each one carefully. His brothers laughed and said, "Why work so hard? Come play with us." But the third pig only smiled and replied, "I'd rather be safe than sorry." Soon, all 3 houses were built, one of straw, one of sticks, and one of sturdy red bricks. One cloudy evening, as the wind whispered through the trees, the big bad wolf came creeping out of the forest. His tummy rumbled, and he licked his lips. "I smell piggies." He tiptoed to the straw house and knocked gently. Little pig, let me come in." "Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin." "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." And with a mighty breath, whoosh, the straw flew everywhere. The first little pig squealed and ran as fast as he could to his brother's stick house. The wolf followed. He knocked again, this time louder. Little pigs, let me come in." "Not by the hairs on our chinny chin chins." "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." He huffed and puffed, crash, and the stick house tumbled to the ground. The 2 pigs squealed and ran to their brother's brick house. The third pig opened the door quickly, and they all slammed it shut. The big bad wolf was close behind. He growled and scratched at the strong wooden door. Little pigs, let me come in." "Not by the hairs on our chinny chin chins." "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." The wolf huffed, and puffed, and huffed again, but the brick house didn't even shake. He huffed so hard his cheeks turned red, and he puffed until he was dizzy. The brick house stood firm and quiet. Then the wolf got a sneaky idea. "If I can't come in the door," he said, "I'll come down the chimney." But the clever third pig had already lit a warm fire in the hearth and placed a big pot of water on to boil for evening tea. The wolf climbed up the roof and began to wriggle down the chimney. But splash! He landed right in the pot. "Yahweh!" cried the wolf, leaping out of the chimney with steam rising from his tail. He ran off into the forest, never to bother the little pigs again. The three brothers laughed and hugged one another. "You were right," said the first pig. "Hard work really is worth it. Let's live together," said the second pig, in the warm brick house. And they did. That night, the fire crackled softly as the three little pigs sipped hot cocoa and read stories. Outside, the moon rose high and the stars twinkled gently. Wrapped in blankets and safe behind brick walls, they snuggled into their beds, and as the wind whispered through the trees, they drifted off into sweet, peaceful dreams. The end.